Quinta-feira da Saúde, seja muito bem-vindo. Calma que daqui a pouco eu já apresento meu convidado para você. Eu sei que o tema do momento é o coronavírus e eu fui atrás de uma experiência internacional e reconhecida para que você saiba um jeito certo de olhar e encarar essa terapia. O nome dele é Dr. Pescatore, ele é médico há 26 anos nos Estados Unidos, atua em Nova York, onde concentra o maior número de casos de infecção por essa nova doença, e ele tem uma experiência em levar a verdadeira saúde para pessoas de todas as idades. Nessa entrevista exclusiva e nesse bate-papo que ele fez comigo, o Dr. Pescatore vai contar para você como seus pacientes, os pacientes que ele está tratando, que ele está na linha de frente, estão se recuperando. As boas notícias, elas existem. Entre eles, tem até uma senhora de 87 anos. É claro que com isso a gente não quer dizer que você pode baixar a guarda, que você não deve ficar na sua casa e nem cumprir todo o ritual de higiene que o Ministério da Saúde tanto nos ensina. Mas talvez exista um caminho que você ainda não conheça, um caminho de reforço interno. E é isso que o Dr. Pescatore te apresenta agora.
Look, I've been telling my patients, look, I'm in my office. I come to my office every single day. I have patients in my office. You know, we make sure that they're socially distanced away from each other, take their temperature before they come in the office, blah, 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 all the necessary precautions. You know, I truly believe that even when you look at places like Wuhan, you look at places like Italy, you look at the statistics from France, you know, you look at these statistics that are coming out. Right now, even in New York City, you know, we're the epicenter currently of this whole thing. You know, we've got 5,000 new cases yesterday. We're testing more people than any other city in the United States. So, of course, we're going to have more. We have more people than any other city in the United States. We live on top of each other, so, you know, than any other city in the United States. So, of course, we're going to have more. But that doesn't mean people are going to die. You know, I had an 87-year-old patient who was released from the hospital this morning. 87 years old with pulmonary disease. I thought, okay, there's going to be my first case of death. Not at all. She came out of the hospital. She's done as of today. And the thing is, you know, my patients prepare their immune systems. And I have my coronavirus, you know, survival kit, which consists of vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin A, C, zinc, and then I use olive leaf and oregano. And that's what I use for any flu, any virus that's going around. You know, and look, every death is sad and every death should be prevented. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I believe life is very precious. But I think if people took care of their immune systems, were smart about things, like if they had a cough and stayed home, they had a fever, they took their fever every morning, stay home, you know, that's the way we'll stop the transmission of it. Wear gloves, like, you know, just, you know, that's how we'll stop the transmission, but we can't stop the world from moving. So I just have my, you know, like I say, keep your immune system healthy and you'll stay healthy. I mean, I've had multiple patients get it, who are older, like we're talking mid 70s to late 80s, and they've survived perfectly. And I think it's because they take care of themselves. They take care of their immune systems. They eat correctly. They take vitamin supplementation. So when they get hit by something like this, it runs its course, just like in a younger person. It runs its course and it goes away. And if people were just a little bit more aware of other people, and I think that's the tendency. Like, you know, people say, well, look how slow in Japan it is, and look how slow in South Korea. That's because they're already used to taking care of other people. Like when you see Asians wearing masks, they're there to protect you, not to protect themselves. So that's why they wear masks during flu season and all that stuff, because they're feeling something. So let me not affect somebody else. Whereas at least in the United States, it's all for us. Like, I'm only going to do things if it affects me, not if it affects somebody else. And I really think if we just took a step back and realized that we're all in this together and we all really need to take care of this together, it will all go away. Look, this is going to peak and it's going to go away. We just can't, you know, the sky is not falling in, is the bottom line. People are going to die, and people die every flu season. They just do. Hundreds, at least in the United States, there's like 100 million hospitalizations for the flu this season. We haven't had that many hospitalizations for this at all. You know, so while I don't want to, give people the wrong idea. What I do think is, as long as we practice safety, and this was developed during the HIV epidemic, as long as we use what we call universal precautions, we all wear masks, we all wear gloves, life goes on. We do different, and every day you're hearing about, a nurse who thought of leave the IV pole outside of the room. If you leave the IV pole outside of the room, they don't need to re-glove, re-mask, re-everything to enter the room. They can do everything they need to do with just a simple pair of gloves. So there are ways of saving supplies, and there are ways of doing this that are smarter and different, and that's what we need to be focusing on, not scaring everybody, not making everybody so afraid to do anything. Exercise, eat right, take your vitamins, you'll be good. That's it.
Dr. Pescatore te ensina um caminho diferente. Você, nessa quarentena, pode aproveitar para conhecer mais da saúde natural, mais da saúde integrativa, mais dos caminhos de reforço interno. Se você for aqui no link da descrição, você encontra o acesso para a primeira biblioteca da saúde natural. A Jolivie reuniu os maiores nomes em um acervo exclusivo para você, gratuitamente, para te fazer companhia nesse período em que o isolamento se faz necessário. Eu volto quinta que vem. Tchau!